Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night. But for now, let's get into the video.
I think like the biggest thing that like annoys me in like the whole dating world is like talking stages. Like that's so annoying. Like the whole like and just like the inconsistency in them. Like I literally like hate that like so much. But I think that's like my biggest thing. It's just like
What specifically?
just like the fact of just like you like I don't know how to word this. Like in like talking stages, and it's just like you're like labeled that, and it's like people like are considered like you can't like you're just like confused, and like most of the time like the girl gets like attached or something, and they like see it like it's gonna lead to a relationship, and it's always not. And it's just like that's like my biggest thing is like I just hate the whole like how like talking stages are so like normalized. Like traditional dating does not exist in this generation.
I lost count at 24 likes. I think it was just my brain telling me you need to stop listening. But I would like to give her a big shout out for being able to speak like that. My brain already hurts, and just for that she deserves a cookie. Other than that, princess, you hate talking stages because you actually need to do some talking before you convince a man to subscribe to your wave account. And I completely understand, work. What even is that? Why can't I just exist and get paid?
I just need to know if a straight man out there like this exists. One that brushes his teeth morning and night, flosses every day, uses lotion, washes their face every day, uses a washcloth or a loofah, changes their sheets once a week, changes their toothbrush every 3 to 4 months, scrubs their tongue, actually cleans their feet, gets in there, cleans out their ears and stuff, drinks water? Why aren't you guys drinking water? Please drink more water. Doesn't have an addiction to alcohol, nicotine, marijuana, caffeine. Do you guys exist out there?
No, we're men, we don't drink water. What even is that crap? Oh, you need water for survival? No, you don't. You can easily replace that with some chai latte cappuccino from Starbucks.
Have you ever noticed after a guy cheats on you, bad stuff starts happening to them? Like, I bet your car's breaking down today. I bet your boss is about to fire you. I bet your mum's angry at you. I bet you broke your phone today, didn't you? I bet you blew all your money, didn't you? I bet you're going to be stuck in traffic and spill coffee all over yourself today. I bet you have an STI. I bet the universe is taking back everything it gave to you while you were with her.
Okay, now post a video about what happens when women cheat. Oh my god, shout out you misogynist. Women don't. Doesn't matter. Anyway, help a guy out. Is it right after you've said, have you ever noticed something? To follow that up with, I think, I bet, I feel. I mean, did it happen because you've noticed it or...
So I recently asked if you were out, would you approach me? And I had 160,000 comments, 80% said yes. So that's 128,000 people. Yes, they would approach me. So I am out tonight. Let's see how many people approach me just to say hi and have a chat. And I will update you and let you know how many people came up to just say hi.
And because she never posted an update, I'm only guessing it was way too many men who went and said hello. But just to make something clear, because sometimes Matt is giving me a hard time as well, you had 160,000 views, not comments, because you only have today 5,090 comments. So your 128,000 people saying yes, they would approach you, Matt is not really mathing.
I'd like to know why no one told me that having breast implants was going to feel as though you had 2 cement cylinders on your chest at all times. Like, I don't have a choice anymore, but oh my goodness, I can't even feel myself when I'm putting on a shirt. I do not like it.
Yeah, right. If only they had a surgery to remove the two cement cylinders. But no, sure, why did no one told you that before? As in whom? Someone was supposed to put that up on the biggest billboard ever in the most crowded city for you to see? Or maybe it was up to you to do some research before you do something that will, affect you.
If you date men, can I give you a piece of advice that's literally the best piece of advice ever? Lie to those men. You've never been mistreated in your life. Every man you've ever dated has worshipped you like you're a queen. As a matter of fact, when you broke up with them, they gave you $20,000. because they wanted to make sure you were still taken care of. Lie to these men because they are trying to figure out how they can treat you early. If you tell them that your ex used to hit you, then they know all they have to do is not hit you. Lie. You tell these men, every man I've ever been with has loved me so deeply, so desperately. When we broke up, they just fell off the face of the planet because they couldn't handle a world where they're not with me. They actually live in a village somewhere with no internet and electricity because that's the only way they could get away from the idea of being in love with me anymore. Just lie. And if they're like, that doesn't seem real, you can just be like, are you calling me a liar? My ex would never. I can't be with you. I'm so sorry. I have to be with a man that trusts me.
It can never be me, so how about you go back to your ex?
There are an increasingly large number of women who are just choosing not to get married and are choosing to stay single. There's a mating crisis going on, and that women who are becoming increasingly college educated and getting access to resources of their own, that they do continue to exhibit an increased preference for partners with resources. Women are what we call hypergamous, right? Which means that we like to mate up in terms of achievement and educational attainment. And when you have a populace like we do in the US of women who are now on average more educated than men, it makes it more difficult to find a suitable partner. If you're a woman with an advanced degree and you want somebody who has at least as much education for you, that's going to lead to a more narrow pool of mates. And in fact, what we see is that there are an increasingly large number of women who are just choosing not to get married and are choosing to stay single. And in fact, there's a wonderful book called All the Single Ladies that is about this very phenomenon. And women are increasingly choosing to opt out of long-term mating if they're not able to find the relationship that they want.
Not really, not when they keep trying to find that mate. When I say I choose to stay single, that means I'm not dating anyone. Definitely doesn't mean I'm choosing to date only up. And sure, women make 64% of college graduates. At the same time, 56% of them graduate from gender studies. Out of those 56%, only 5.25% are or have been able to find a good job. Or maybe since we're talking about lawyers, judges, magistrates, blah blah blah, we can say they found the careers they were after. My point is, if your college degree only got you a job as a waitress, it's still fine to try to date a judge or a lawyer or a doctor, but chances are you're not gonna be able to. To paraphrase something I've heard recently, knowledge is knowing that the shit tastes bad, and wisdom is knowing how to put it in your mouth.
How old are you?
I'm 38.
How does it feel to be 38?
I'm single, not married, I don't have any kids.
What's the reason you're single?
I'm pretty picky and I don't want to settle in life. Dated a lot of great people, but the right person just hasn't come along for me yet.
What is something you thought was really important when you were younger, but as you got older, you realized it wasn't that important?
I feel like a person's always wanting the best career, buy a house. Then you get to a point in life where you realize a lot of those things really aren't that important, and I think it's just the simple things in life.
What are the simple things that really matter?
I think it's family, relationships, being able to spend that quality time with people rather than sitting in an office building. I think it's worth not having as much, living on less and enjoying life more.
So if you could go back in time and have a conversation with your younger self, what would you tell her?
I would say that life is just how it's supposed to be, and every twist and turn is the path that God has had you on. And so don't look back and regret, and don't be sad about the things that didn't happen, because there's a lot of life to look forward to.
Sexual desire is not a compliment. If he thinks you're hot, that's not a compliment. You shouldn't take it as a compliment. There are so many other hot girls out there. There are so many other girls that he thinks are hot. You're just one of them. Want to know what is a compliment? Someone that desires your company, someone that desires your conversation, your perspective, someone that desires your heart. A guy thinking you're hot is not a compliment. Stop being flattered by that. If anything, when a guy is comes at me hot like that, it grosses me out, because I'm more than just my body. Thank you. Surface level connection is just not my vibe. I crave more than that. I'm worth more than that. You're worth more than that.
Sure, Blondie, why not? First time I see you and walk up to you to say hi, it's not going to be because I think you're attractive, it's because I fell in love with your brain.
My life changed for the better when I realized that my abuser wasn't afraid of losing me. He was afraid of losing control over me. So when you take your power back, that's when they lose everything.
What were the chances another TikToker was dating a narcissist? It's like this almost never happens.
I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use. Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use. Hello, your computer has virus.
Alright, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.